Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and in today's video we'll be doing a Torghast run on the Mage. I want to try to actually take you guys through the experience and the decisions that I want to make. I'm going to be doing the Torghast, I think also for Priest as well, and I'll do them on other classes as time goes on so we can take a look at the different Torghast abilities. Plus this mode is a lot of fun and it's very addicting. I would do them on hard mode, but hard mode, heroic, starts at level 25, which is kind of tough, which isn't the problem. The problem with it is it's too RNG. So essentially, I would need to basically have as many restarts as needed before I get into the position where, hey, I can finally make some sort of a huge play. And that's really comes down to just luck. It's not really about skill. It's all about mostly cheesing enemies until you get real lucky. And once you get lucky with a crazy build, it just steamrolls the rest of the content. I just want to take a look at the different abilities we're getting, so we're going to do it with normal. We're going to start on Fire Mage. There's a good chance we are going to have to switch it up a little, and I'll try to take every interesting ability I can get so I can show you how it works and try to make fun builds out of it. So at the very beginning you'll get an Anima Horde, which will give you first two abilities to choose from. Either Bottomless Chalice. Your Steward also provides vials turning to your allies so all your friends can get a vial, and Steward will be able to basically call upon your Steward to give you a Hullstone like thing. Gives you a 50% health restoration, cures poison, curses, disease, and bleeds, which is nice. But since I don't have any allies, I'll have to go Sapphire Prism. I summon an extra copy whenever I summon my images. On we go. First floor, floor 13. And we already got a guy that we can rescue. What I like to do with these guys is actually rescue them and keep them with me as long as possible. This is also the first time ever trying this on a Fire Mage. We'll see how well this works. Fire Mage should have enough damage on its own to blast through singular targets. And I do have Living Bomb if I really ever have any issues taking on more than one character. So I should be in a decent spot. Yeah, so far so good, honestly. So what you want to do is grab them and you basically keep them with you as long in the run as possible, because they will tank and aggro certain things for you. Like enemies will naturally be drawn to them, so it's definitely worth keeping them as long as possible and only helping them out at a later time. Let's take some line of sight here, actually. Wish I had all my add-ons here, because I'm pretty sure eventually I'll have, yeah, 100% scorches, 100% crits on those. So these runs can start out a little slow, but the biggest thing in Torghast is you gotta remember there's no timer. It's all about how slow you want to go. It's all about the amount of death that you collect while on the same floor. That's the only thing that will essentially stop you, is if you end up dying too many times and the Taragru will come for you. Is he gonna... You attacked another rat altogether. He does a little bit of damage, but he'll just randomly aggro to things. That's like the biggest thing about the followers you'll find in here. They're like island NPCs. If island NPCs had a negative brain, which most island NPCs are already pretty brain dead. Oh, is he gonna aggro? He is gonna aggro. Okay, well now I gotta help him out a little. These guys can be a little bit tough with the fireballs. That can do a lot of damage. So if I can have him aggro and for me, that's great. But they don't have a lot of health, so they kind of just get burned up pretty quickly. Yeah, Crash and Inferno, want to back away from that for a second. Fireball will interrupt. So this isn't really a sprint. I mean, maybe in the future Blizzard will add some sort of like a time mode. So let's say you're trying to reach a certain level fast enough, then maybe they'll add some sort of... Let's go and pick on the Sentinel, because he's going to be providing a debuff, and I really don't want to deal with that. Movement speed reduced by 20%, haste reduced by 15, so this guy is just going to be annoying. Another power available. Attacks have a high chance, have a chance to fire a bolt of lightning, or more rats exploding causes damage. I kind of want to go Lightning Dust. It's really, really strong. The nature damage it provides is kind of nuts, and if I'm going for like the biggest damage possible, that's going to be great. Let's go for full Bloodlust here, and we'll try to trigger this guy with a fireball into a little bit of damage. Gonna go for Big Combust. My images are going to tank him for a bit. Meteor down. He's actually going down so fast. That's mostly the Fire Mage, just the amount of pressure and power Fire Mage brings into these Torghast runs. The damage it puts out is just nuts. Try to see if we can maybe back up. Bit of AoE. Trying to get enough crit damage on everything. Nice. Beautiful. And they actually do a little bit of damage to me as well. So maybe, since I don't have a way to really like tank things for me. I have found actually the medallion that the Ventier friend of mine needs. We're not going to go grab it. We're gonna actually continue exploring the rooms. What are you doing? He's just standing. He just stares at rats. He's Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, let's double back. We have 30 seconds left on our images. We're gonna back up for a bit and do other parts of the rooms with our renter friend before we take that on, because we want to make sure we have cooldowns available for that guy. Honestly, I could probably go by myself with just combustion because of how much damage Fire Mage blasts. I mean, this is the first time I've ever done this fire, but the damage is quite... Oh, there's a rare here too. Alright, so now I have a rare on one side, enemies on the other. Where's my friend? Where did he go? Okay, he's gone. We're gonna pop dots on everything. Try to slow it all down. Breath. Kind of hoping the dots from Living Bomb do work. They're doing a little bit of work. We can kite this for a bit. We swap into this guy, honestly. Blink away. Try not to take a lot of damage. Yeah, so I have... I'm gonna kind of... I think I'm gonna blow my cooldowns into this girl. These can be a little bit tough. I want to get in melee so I can interrupt their big cast. And essentially I'll be able to do that once. Picking up anima power in a bit. Trying to AoE. Uh-oh, that's a bit of damage. Maybe we can get crit proc off of that guy. Killed one. This guy's gonna stack inner flames, which will steal all of them actually. Get all the buffs. As many times as we can. Use line of sight. Their cast for fireballs are really quick. Shadow Melded didn't really work. Yeah, they're gonna hurt. Ice block. Ice block. Okay, I want to interrupt them. Nice. Okay, that was really bad. I definitely could have done that a lot better. But we live, that's the important part. Okay, what powers do we have? Immunity. Okay, well, we're gonna be able to use immunity on the girl. Once we use immunity, we kind of have to go. I want to see what this other power is, but I cannot check it until I press it. So I think this is where, you know, because we have immunity, I don't think I want to pop big cooldowns. Maybe I'll just combustion because I want to save the images for the other guy. Let's get her to walk up a little bit closer. Just going to drop down meteor. Go for big combustions. Yeah, huge damage. Fire Mage is just insane. So since we have all the immunities in the world, we don't need to worry about none of the damage he does with Howling Souls. He does not apply a debuff at all. So normally they'll apply a debuff that reduces, I think, our cast speed, or resource generation, or haste, one or the other. I'm actually surprised she's not attacking my friend. Normally they kind of just beat up on them if you're immune, but I guess he gets lucky. And we have a little bit of time. Crit or haste? Let's go for haste. Otherwise, damage an enemy will also apply frostbite, dealing damage equal to 50% of the total health. But at 4 seconds, the enemy will start regenerating the lost health over a period of 10 seconds. Creatures can only be frostbitten once. I kind of want to go for haste. This is a good one, and it's great, but we can pick it up later as we have more burst. But the amount of damage you could do with frostbite wand, I really want to pick up haste. Because, yeah, let's pick up haste. Once we have decent enough haste where you can play like a normal human being, will be good. Another immunity. Okay, we'll save this. And I believe we explored all the rooms, so we'll just take that immunity into the next guy, right? We explored everything, right? I wish I could do auto times maximum duration increase by 5 seconds. That'd be cool, but we're scaled characters, but we don't have all the abilities. Essentially, we're just a level 50 scaled up. That's all we are. Also, I should be utilizing Frost Ward and Fire Ward, 2,000 extra absorb on top of 4,000. That seems really, really strong. I should probably try to keep buying it somewhere. Let's use our anima power here. And we could just blast this guy in just a moment. Probably should have used the Radiant Spark on top of that, but rest in peace that. Maybe I'll be able to really build up so the damage is increased. Okay, that's the most I can do. Alright, we get another power. It is going to be either Arcane or Frost damage increased by 100%. Which means whenever I'm in Fire Mage mode, my Arcane Explosion and Frostbolt do more damage. But if I swap to Frost Mage, my Arcane and Fire abilities will do more damage. So this one is interesting. It can give you a pretty high Arcane Explosion build, better than what an Arcane Mage can do if you can stack a bunch of them. Since in treasures it's kind of boring, we just get to see treasures and enemies. Or Blazing Barrier has Barrier spell is increased by 50%. I think we have to go the mana scale for the potential of being able to stack a bunch. I've used that one so many times, but I've never really been able to make a huge build. But we will pick it up just in case. I think it'll be nice for clearing AoE if anything, because Arcane Explosion becoming actually useful for rotational is actually going to be nice. And now that we helped out our friend, he gets us a power. Either 10 free souls, which you'll use for like a currency to upgrade your Covenant Sanctum. Or we go for a chance to have insane amount of crit. Spells and resource chance. I think we gotta go for crit. If we can get close to 100% crit, that's essentially combustion uptime 24/7. But imagine this crit proc while combustion is up. That's even more damage for our mastery, even more overall damage. How's Arcane Explosion doing? Arcane Explosion doing actually not terrible. And these guys already gave me an anima power. Sometimes basic enemies have a chance to drop plundered anima. Immunity again all over the place. Okay, so we have a big guy over here. I was just thinking to myself, like, I need to, if I have immunity, I want to use it on somebody. And we have a big guy over here, so I wonder if we could take the guys down below, bring him up here, and fight them all together. Slow them all down, group them up, him here. Okay, is he resetting? Please don't. He is resetting. Damn it. Okay, all of them have a pretty big buff. If they keep pumping themselves full of inner flames, they'll actually have a ton of health increase. Am I gonna have enough? I should have enough. So I kind of want to get crit procs off of him and blast those crit procs into the crusher, if possible. Meteor down. Hopefully this will do enough damage. And vulnerability for 30 more seconds. Big crit proc and crit chances. Nice. I get procs. Lightning procs are huge. I like that crit with the lightning procs. That feels really good. Yeah, Fire Mage just has so much more damage than Frost Arcane. It's not even funny. Radiant Spark can be cast, instantly interrupts spell casting. Okay, on creatures with flame strike increase your haste. I think we gotta go instant Radiant Sparks. That's gonna be also another interrupt. This will be Are you really getting beat up by a Morat? Really? Okay, well let's try this. Yeah, that's actually gonna be nice, just as instant cast for this ability. Yeah, it's gonna feel great. Another one is crit damage increase by 10. So we do have images for that other guy up above, but we're gonna come back to him a little bit later. Another anima power, just extra healing from my Stewards of Vile, which I still have 3 of. So far, healing hasn't been an issue at all. And we got an extra anima power here as well. We can either go reducing the cooldown of Radiant Spark by 5 seconds, or cause rats to also explode for plague damage anywhere near us. I think let's go for maybe a shorter cooldown, because maybe we can get this ability to be such a short cooldown, instant cast. And during combustion, it could be really solid. We'll pick it up because I think it's more of an interesting buff here. There's a lot of enemies here, and there's one big one. Is this where we go Bloodlust and burn everything? I think so. Yeah, I think this is where we go for the big setup. Just full damage. I think we just single target this guy. There's a lot of more enemies though. Disoriented, that's really bad. These are the guys that do it, the flame guards. That guy's still getting blasted by the fireballs from all my pets. They're all fighting one another still because they're just more focused on that. Insta-cast on her. Okay, yeah, they basically more or less killed each other. But now that the fire guys are gonna start focusing me, that doesn't really feel that great. We're gonna pop a shield. Probably should have waited to refresh the blink shield. Trying to kite them a little. Yeah, fire honestly has such an easy time with all this. Frost isn't bad at all too, especially if you can group enemies up and just drop a blizzard on them. But fire has such an easy time. Okay, so both of these guys are actual elites. They're fighting one another, but they're doing very little damage to one another. Actually, I don't even think their health is going down at all. Maybe I could just kite them around. Not really. I'm really bad. Kiting game. I could totally kite him around. Pretty easily, honestly. Take a little bit of damage, but it's okay because I refreshed my shield. Yeah, no, this kiting is easy. Oh no, this is so easy. Oh no. Oh no. And then walk by him, breathe on him. Real quick. Oh no, this is too easy as fire. Oh goodness. Okay, we can either reduce the cast some of our abilities or your Arcane Frost and fire. We have to go with Mana Scale. We have an interesting combo. If we could Giga Stag this, imagine playing a Frost Mage, full crit, Frostbolt spamming, doing more damage than your Fireball crits ever do. That could be insanely interesting. That could be also very, very fun. It'd be a pretty long cast of, 1.8 seconds. It'd be a little shorter than your fireball, but that could be very, very interesting as a combo. Gonna insta-cast him. Fireballs everywhere. I kind of messed up my Pyro Blast combo, but it's okay. We gotta spread the love, though. We can't always just attack one of them. Okay, volley does a bit of damage, but not the worst. Not the worst, as he's gonna start attacking. I'm glad how they're fighting one another. We're just gonna hit this guy, and he is gonna spread Mastery Burn to the other guy. We'll get hopefully some procs with it. Hopefully they'll turn around. Okay, as they killed one another. Torment guy is the last one left. Does this do a lot of damage? Not really. But it's missing me, which is weird. Alright, what buff did we have? Break indestructible objects increases damage of an X, Fireball, Frostbolt, or Arcane Blast by 10%. This effect stacks up to 100 times. Fireball, Frostbolt, or Arcane Blast. So essentially I could use Arcane Explosion and just almost never Fireball. I wonder if I can get a cool combo with Frostbolt because of that. I think I want to take Bloating Fodder just because you can kind of combo the rats in an area for big explosive AoE damage. I think I'm going to do that for now, but we'll see where it goes. I do want to try this here. Try to see how well this hits him. 2,000. It's a pretty good hit. How much about Fireball does? This can crit though, can it? Oh, he can crit. No, it definitely can crit. We have ourselves Seeker's Scroll, breaking objects, increases damage of Frostbolt or Firebolt, which is kind of boring. Time Weaver's Needle, casting Alter Time, reduces the duration of temporal displacement by 10 seconds, 12 players within the group, or Blink leaves a mirror image. This mirror image lasts 10 seconds. We have to go for the Blink mirror images. Look how good that is. I have an extra image and they will just tank things for me. And now we found the bell that, what's your name? Galiath was trying to get. We'll get a power from her. Radiant Spark, initial damage increased by 100% or 10 free souls. We'll go with the Spark. But that seems to do quite a bit of damage. And we have our first buy room. We have ourselves the vendor with a free urn, an Anima Horde. It almost makes you think that this is maybe a fake one. It's going to be an enemy that will jump out. There are mimics in the game, like in Dark Souls, and they'll mimic themselves as an Anima Horde. Usually will be out in the open, like in this room. But I'm pretty sure I don't fight things while I'm in a buy. No, I don't. We can either go for Archmage's Legacy, gain frenetic speed. You would think it'd be frantic, but frenetic speed as a talent, so you can have frenetic speed together with Ice Ward or Ring of Frost, which can be good. Double Nova is nice. Killing creature, Flame Strike increases your haste, which is kind of hard to line up. It could stack up to 10 times, so like 100% haste, but only 15 seconds. I don't like that. Or Steward cheers you, increasing your movement speed by 35. This doesn't actually work properly. None of the Steward abilities work, so I think we'll go with the Archmage Legacy just so we can have an extra talent. And it functions just like the Legion legendary items from before. Before we buy from him, let's see what we get here. Movement speed increased by 60% when you're close to the wall ledge, which is just movement speed. Time Weaver's Needle, which is we can't use it because we don't have Alter Time. And Steward gives an Avowed to everybody. We have to go with Edge Lurker. This is not a good one. Like, it's pretty good if you need mobility. Like, as long as you stay near a wall, you move a little faster. So getting around rooms is going to be kind of nice, especially if it's like a narrow hallway. Just value. However, I was hoping more for anything that increases damage or changes our build in fun ways. We're gonna go Plunder Armor Anima. We can buy these and essentially just reveals an Anima cell in front of you, like any other. It didn't give us the best combo either. If I actually stacked a bunch of these, that could have been really, really strong for a big Frostbolt in the opener. But killing them alright, increasing maximum health. We do get attacked from time to time, so we're gonna go for extra health. We could also go for Ravenous Anima Cell, which will transform any non-elite enemy into an Anima Cell. Generally doesn't give you any good buffs. But however, if you use this and use it on the vendor, he'll give you 500 Phantasma. So essentially we could get our money back if we buy this and use it on him. However, I think I'm gonna go for crit. We're gonna go for extra versatility and Bloating Fodder for just more effectiveness. I'm not gonna go for any of the other ones. However, they are good if you're exploring at the higher levels. And we're gonna move on. And we have Mana Scale or Sapphire Prism. Mirror image summons an additional copy of yourself. Do we go for extra mirror images? whenever, so we can have images forever. We do have a blink with mirror images, which would be quite a good combo. Or we can go for mana scale for extra. Oh, got another drop. That's a hard one. I think I'm gonna go for mana scale because we only have, how many stacks of these? 2. If we can get like 10, that could be quite funny. We're gonna go with that. And bloating fodder, just a freebie for us, which I'm never gonna say no to. All right, what do we have? We have mana scale, strength, intellect, and agility increased by 30%, but no longer able to jump, or mirror images summon yet an additional copy. Maybe I should have went for a full mirror image build, but it looks like mana scale I can get a 4th, and increase the damage of my frostball to be, oh my goodness. So base damage of fireball is 818, base damage of frostbolt is 3500. And Pyroblast deals base damage 1700, so if I can get 100% crit and start frostbolting single target, I essentially could have myself a very busted build. You blinked. Didn't aggro. Oh, we did aggro. Beginning of each floor, you'll literally receive an intuition. I'll show you guys what this does, but I already used it before. Let's pop all cooldowns here. Actually, can we just explosion? I think explosion's actually more overall damage since we have so much extra arcane damage. Yeah, that just wiped everybody out. That was really quick and easy. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. We can hit him with a bit of a slow, and hopefully that'll try to stop him. We still have a mirror image, so actually we can create mirror images, and they will taunt more, sorta kinda. They will try to aggro enemies if they're up before we enter combat. Here we go. That was actually fairly easy. Go for a blink into a mirror image, into big damage, into dropping down meteor. Actually, that's not doing enough damage. So switch to Arcane. Switch to Arcane. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Wait. Get down. Alright, and we get Flame Strike. Will deal 850% damage. We have to try that. The first Flame Strike is just going to obliterate things. I'm not against that. And I think that's actually a full clear, and we're leaving floor 16 with 29 anima powers, which is quite a high number, I want to say. Alright, so we have ourselves this power right here, Mad Wizard's Intuition. I gotta do this at the beginning of every floor now. So it'll tell you which abilities to use in an order, and if you use them properly, it'll give you an intellect buff. Outside of that, if you're using like other abilities, it'll kind of keep knocking you on your ass over and over and over. So we gotta use Frost Nova, Arcane Intellect, Conjure Refreshment, Slow Fall. Frost Nova, Arcane Intellect, Conjure Refreshment, into a Slow Fall. And now we unlocked ourselves 10% extra int, which is quite nice. So I gotta make sure to do that every single time I do a run now. Let's go for a pretty big-ish pull. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty big. Oh, what a Flame Strike. Oh, we can only do this once in a blue moon. But that is some Flame Strike right there. Oh, that was awesome. Increases critical strike chance by 10%. 62% crit? I'll take it. We just need to hit everybody with breath. And explode. And explode. And explode. Now, I know I'm not an Arcane Mage, but it definitely feels like I should be an Arcane Mage. At this point. I think you should count this as not a Fire Mage run. This is an Arcane Mage run. But I do like the fact that they're letting you play with different abilities. You know, imagine if it was just like, oh, buff this fire ability in one way or another. Buff this other fire ability in another way. I think it'd be pretty boring. This is quite fun, honestly. More rats? We got a blink? Blink again? Oh, that was huge. Maybe I should have went for a big more rat explosion build. And we have a boss. Alright, so for the boss, we're gonna drop down everything into him. And we're gonna walk up and just start throwing everything. Start King exploding. Because that does honestly... Wait! Nope! We can do Flame Strike. Oh, that was a big damage Flame Strike. I like that one. Now he has the ability that just hurts him with nature damage forever, which is interesting. We actually did get value out of it, and the end of defeating a boss will get ourselves currency for Condemned Soul of Essence. No use for it right now in the alpha, and what would be a Torghast boss loot, which I would guess would be abilities and such. Blink no longer has a cooldown, but the mana caused by your movement speed is now capped to 3 yards per second. Or damaging an enemy with like an explosion increases the damage it takes from sources. We have to go Blink Mage. So now we can just blink. We need a lot more haste. And so we'll just go start blinking, Arcane exploding if we need to. But we can now make an army of images. The army is gonna get built. Oh, 2 chests. Oh, 3 chests actually. Oh my goodness. So many powers. What do we have? Just more rats. And maximum health. And critical strike chance. We'll just get it close to... Oh, wow. Did we not use it? Here we go. We are getting very, very close to that 100% chance. With procs, we have enough. So to get there, I will need to slow fall from above. And then I have to fall down to my death, essentially. But with this movement speed reduction, am I even going to be able to reach? That's the question right now. I don't think I'll be able to reach. I think I need to try. The movement speed from this doesn't help at all. I don't think I'll be able. Oh no, yeah, definitely not reaching. Oh, wait. Oh, if I were to blink, I could move myself a little further. Oh, my images, what is going on with them? Okay, well, I definitely can reach. I can definitely reach it. What? Now I have 2 deaths? Oh, okay, this room is still bugged. So for some reason, whenever you're in this particular... By the way, these rooms look amazing. But if you're in this particular room, when you die and you res, for every res or death, it counts against your deaths. And if I have too many deaths, then the boss of the room will start at the very beginning of the room and he'll walk up to me and smack me dead. I can't kill him, I can slow him. That's all I can do. Shackle Broker with an Anima Cell. We got haste buff from here. Master... I don't have enough? Oh no. I don't have enough. And this sucks. More rats within 15 yards. Flea or Phantasma. Did I double? No, didn't double. Okay, well, we turned him into currency. Let's just go and full cooldowns onto this thing. Start with an invis and we'll combust as he comes over to us. Actually, yeah, we'll just start, wait, frostbolting? Maybe that's better? Yeah, frostbolt's doing a lot. We got a big debuff. There we are. And that's going to be the run for the Fire Mage, who is also very confused about the spec that they play, because they're essentially an Arcane Mage with a bunch of images. Now, there's a lot of builds that could come out of this, but every run for Torghast is going to be different, but this was my run for my Fire Mage. It didn't really have the builds that I essentially was hoping for. However, picking up 4 mana scales just made my whole playstyle go into just running around and Arcane Explosion the whole time. I would have loved 2 or 5 Runecloth wrappings to have insane boss bursting damage, or maybe a bunch of Chaos Invitations. I wonder what this does for Arcane Mage. Would that give you Arcane Explosion? That would be huge. But that's essentially going to be my build. Yeah, there's certain one of these that were really, really cool. I kind of like the prep work with Mad Wizards, and I love the scaling you can do. I mean, the amount of intellect I have is quite high, and the amount of stats you can have can be huge if you get super lucky. But this I felt like was more of a round of a mill run more than anything. Some runs are going to be super exciting. But thank you guys so much for checking out the Mage run for Torghast. It took me about over an hour to do the full run, but I'll hopefully have it cut down to about 20 minutes video, 15 minutes, something short. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see all of you in another video.